I don't follow Liz. Her content just did not resonate with me. I like content which is more empowering in a way that I find my own answers rather than somebody giving me this is right or this is wrong. But at the same time, I find her very powerful, in a way that she's created her life herself. Like nothing was given to her. She's literally grown into this amazing person. The reason why I'm making this video is because when I saw so many women's response to her being cheated on, I was like, this is worrisome, because I've been in that place when you feel vulnerable in life and somebody comes in your life and give you that hope, and you feel like, oh, you're heard, you are held, you are protected, somebody is holding that space for you. We have the tendency to sort of give away some of our power to them. That's why if you see any reel or any sort of video on that topic, you see so many women saying this, that if she can get cheated on, I mean, what are my chances? She's beautiful, she's wealthy, she's a strong-minded woman, yet somebody could play her. I mean, I am doomed from day one. Now that is where the problem lies, because you have put somebody else on a pedestal. That happens all the time. I mean, I have been in the self-development healing zone since 13 years. I started because I was deep down in depression. I mean, if somebody could make me smile for a day, I was like, you are my fucking God, because I was so down deep in a ditch. And oh my God, I wish somebody could come to me and hold my hand and tell me that nobody is more powerful than you. You are the source of your life. You're the source of everything that you want in your life. You're the creator of your life. Everybody else has a role to play in your life, whether that is for 10 days or 10 years or entire lifetime. You don't have to attach yourself to them. And what happened was, I just unknowingly got into these quote-unquote cults, which were nothing but just very strong people knowing that they have an influence on you. I'm not saying that big YouTubers are creating a cult, they're running a cult. Not at all. They just started their journey by sharing their experience, sharing their thoughts. What happened was, it resonated with so many people that now there are people in millions who are listening to them. So as a creator, you started from this space of let me share what I think, to now having this full-blown responsibility of being mindful of what you're saying out there, because it is impacting a vulnerable person, maybe a 16-year-old woman who's receiving this message from this whole scenario. All men are bad, all men suck. And we are creating more polarity on this planet. We have enough of it already. Peace and war, love and hate. We're already super split up. We don't need any more split. What do we do in this case? We got to fucking take our power back, because if we don't, we are fucking outsourcing our power. You know what? In my sessions, when every session is fucking powerful, and when my client goes from this, feeling weird and lost and confused and not feeling good enough, to a state of, wow, I am fucking confident, I'm powerful, I can create anything in my life, I'm already good enough to make that money. They have this tendency to be like, oh my God, you are amazing, because of you I'm feeling this. And that is where my detached coach kicks in, and I'm like, wait a second, before we go ahead, you got to take your power back. Because in your expression of giving me gratitude, you also started giving me your power. It's not me who created that transformation in your life right now. It was you. Without your willingness, we could not have done anything. If without your willingness, I could change you, I would have changed the whole world, because I want the world to be happy and healthy and wealthy, but I can't, because the power lies in you. Power lies in your decision, your choice to up-level yourself. I am just being one of the mediums right now. Maybe tomorrow you have another medium who is maybe more empowering, or who meets your new needs. I'm not the one who is changing your life. You're the one who's changing your life. I believe that people who have a decent enough audience, like, it doesn't matter whether that is in millions or hundreds, but if you know that somebody is listening to you and absorbing your energy, it is your responsibility to tell people that I am not your God. And I know it sounds a little silly that why do I have to tell them, because we have the tendency of putting people on a pedestal when they are helping us. That, in fact, puts us in this weird pattern, many a times what happens is people are moving away from their codependency with their parents because they realize that they do not have enough time, space, and parenting to really grow into their own unique self, and they were raised to sort of be dependent on their parents. That's fine, that's part of so many cultures. Parents do this without even knowing. They do it unconsciously because that is how they were raised. They're moving away from that codependent relationship with their parents into another codependent relationship with somebody they look up to, whether that is their coach, that is a new friend, that is a new husband or a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever. And I see this happening in business as well. There's just so many entrepreneurs and founders out there who look up to other entrepreneurs as if they are the gods. Oh my god, this is reminding me of a time where, I guess it's still happening, I'm not sure, where you know, Indians were like, and a lot of people on this planet were just worshipping Elon Musk. And the thing that's happening right now, it's so silly. Like, they're fighting, Trump and Elon are fighting like high schoolers because they're human beings as well. We all have flaws. You know, I literally put this in the brains of my clients. I am a human being, I have ego, I have flaws. I got asked this question that you're always in motion. Tell me, how do I deal with my triggers? Assuming that I don't have any. I was like, do you realize that the actions that I'm taking are always out of my comfort zone because I'm taking way too many every day? I am triggered every single day. It's just that over the years of practice, I've learned how to deal with that. That does not mean that I don't have triggers. I do not want to act and sound like that, sadhu sant. I know if I do that, there's a lot of money in that today. But our world is changing. We can smell bullshit from far away. I don't want to be that, you know, leader, that coach, that influencer who is always talking about the positive aspect of the life and, you know, sort of influencing you to believe me, believe my beliefs. It doesn't work that way because then I'm taking your power away and I'm making you mine. I don't want to do that. I want you to become yours because we have enough puppets in the world. Now we want more people who take ownership of their life even when it sucks, even when it's hard. That takes training. I'm here for you for that training. Mess is not bad. It's just a pattern that is creating that mess. If you look into it, you release it, and you choose something much beyond that, you are actually recreating your reality. So really do this detox. You know, look at everybody you follow and ask yourself, have I given some of my power away to them? That will help you sort of get more grounded in your power. That will also help you see them as people, overall people who have beautiful strengths that you could take away from them, but who also have weaknesses that you don't need to engage in. So if you watch something like that, you know, Liz getting cheated on, that does not mean that you will get cheated on unless you are making that your reality. So if you are really feeding onto the belief system, men are bad, you obviously get cheated on. Obviously, men, you know, sort of want to get you chained and like married and get you pregnant and then go out there cheat. Dude, like, there are all kinds of people. What you're doing essentially right now, you're picking up a magnifying glass and you are looking at a section of people. Now my question to you is, and this is something I ask all my clients when they are getting into a negative zone, generalizing the negativity, do you want this to be your truth for your entire life? Do you want, for example, do you want cheating men to be your truth, your reality, your entire life? The obvious answer is no. But you will also say, but I can't escape it because this is how men are. Now, my question to you again is, do you want to only have such cheating men in your life? You'll be like, obviously, no, I don't want that. I want to be happy. In that case, pick up your magnifying glass willingly and focus on something that you actually want. Yeah, but she got cheated on. Yes, we don't know what her vibration is like for that particular person or for that particular aspect of her life. Maybe there is something in her that actually pulled that person in her life. That does not mean that she is weak. That just means that something within her created that negative moment, and this is her learning experience, evolutionary experience of taking the learning and actually outgrowing. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy, maybe not, but the point is we attract who we are, And that does not mean that we are bad people if we are attracting something bad. It's just a pattern in play that's creating that. And thirdly, question every single thing. Instead of just blindly taking what comes your way, if it makes you feel good in that moment, that does not mean that is in your higher benefit in the long run. Question things. That does not mean you're walking around the planet being a, what is that word? Skeptical person. Not at all. But you are being mindful of what you consume. Third, please stop consuming shit. I would say literally put your phone in a box and lock it unless you're actually consuming something, mindfully. Like you're literally asking ChatGPT about something about your project, or your maybe you want to listen to a podcast on a certain matter. In fact, I would say even while you're consuming content, have a filter mechanism in your head. The moment you hear something that you do not want to be reflecting in your entire life, just have a mechanism that sort of filters it out. Point being, be mindful of what you're consuming. Nobody is bigger than you unless you make them. You are the rock star, you're the creator of your life. If you don't take that ownership and that power back into your life, you're outsourcing it, and that is a dangerous spot to be in, because then it makes you vulnerable to anything that comes your way. For example, when she's getting cheated on, you're the one who's getting disempowered, and you are ruining your vibration for a loving partner. Even if you already have a loving partner in your life, you're already creating that mess in your beautiful relationship. Why? Because you started paying attention to somebody else's sorrow, making that your own. So learn also how to deal with difficult emotions. Of course, you're meant to feel bad for somebody that you really love, but learn how to process those emotions so that you're not getting fully flooded by their misery, and you are able to observe it from a distance, sending them love. I am sending you love and a lot of energy of ownership and power, so that you know that you are complete and whole in your own self. I'm Yuvika, your mindset shifting coach. I'm going to see you in the next video. Mwah.